In the early hours of March 18th, 2003, while the world watched the countdown to the invasion of Iraq, the largest bank robbery in human history was taking place. There were no masks, no alarms, and no shootout. Just a handwritten note. In less than 5 hours, $1 billion, nearly a quarter of Iraq's entire currency reserves, simply vanished into the night. Today, we roam through the chaos of Baghdad to find the missing billions. This wasn't a heist planned by master criminals in a smoke-filled room. It was orchestrated with a single, chillingly simple instruction. On that fateful morning, Saddam Hussein, the son of Saddam Hussein, arrived at the central bank of Iraq. He wasn't there to make a withdrawal in the usual sense. He carried with him a piece of paper, a handwritten memo signed by his father. Saddam, the note was an order, not a request. Withdraw $1 billion to prevent it from falling into the hands of the United States. Imagine the scene. The bank's governor, faced with the dictator's son, and a direct order from the most powerful man in the country. There was no protocol for this, no procedure to follow. Saying no was not an option. It would have been a death sentence. So, he complied. He watched as his staff began the monumental task of counting and preparing the cash. $900 million in freshly printed American $100 bills, still in their plastic wrappers, and another 100 million in euros. The sheer volume was staggering. The money was packed into heavy metal boxers, each one containing millions. It took a team of workers nearly 5 hours just to load it all onto 3 massive tractor trailers waiting outside. The trucks, under the command of Qasem and one of Saddam's personal advisors, then drove off into the pre-dawn darkness, just as the first sirens began to wail across Baghdad, signaling the start of the shock and awe bombing campaign. The ultimate relic here wasn't a stolen jewel or a priceless artifact. It was the absolute, unquestionable power of a dictator, wielded with a simple pen stroke. As American bombs began to fall on Baghdad, the city descended into chaos. The 3 trucks, carrying $1 billion in cash, disappeared into this fog of war. This wasn't just a robbery for personal enrichment. It was a desperate act of self-preservation. Saddam likely intended to use this vast sum to fund his family's escape, pay off loyalists, and fuel a long-term insurgency against the coalition forces he knew were coming. The money was a war chest for a hidden future. The trail immediately went cold. In the weeks that followed, as U.S. forces secured the capital, the hunt for Saddam's regime and its assets began. The mystery of the missing billion was a top priority. Soldiers were raiding palaces and government buildings, searching for any clue. The breakthrough came when American troops stormed one of Saddam's opulent palaces. Acting on a tip, they discovered a hidden compartment, a false wall in one of the grand rooms. Behind it, they found stacks upon stacks of metal boxers. They had found the money, or at least some of it. The soldiers counted it out. $650 million. It was an incredible find, the largest seizure of currency in military history. But a huge question remained. If they found 650 million, where was the other 350 million? The numbers didn't add up. Qasem and his brother Uday were later killed in a shootout, taking any secrets about the money's location to their graves. Saddam himself was captured months later, found in a hole in the ground with only $750,000. The rest of the billion-dollar fortune had effectively evaporated. It had been scattered to the winds, lost in the ensuing turmoil of a country collapsing into conflict. The missing $350 million became one of the greatest ghost stories of modern warfare. Today, in 2024, tracking large sums of money is a digital game. We use blockchain, satellite surveillance, and complex financial algorithms to follow the flow of capital around the globe. But back in 2003, physical cash was still king. Once those $100 bills were out of the bank, they became almost untraceable. That missing fortune didn't just disappear. It was absorbed into the war-torn landscape of the Middle East. It is widely believed that those millions of Saddam's dollars were used to seed the insurgency that plagued Iraq for years. The money likely bought weapons against coalition forces. It prolonged the conflict, costing countless lives. Even now, more than 2 decades later, the ghost of that heist lingers. Every so often, bundles of sequentially numbered $100 bills from that specific printing batch surface in black markets around the world, in Jordan, in Turkey, in Lebanon. They are a tangible, ghostly reminder of a fallen empire's last, desperate grab for survival. Each build tells a story of a system that allowed one man to simply write a note and walk away with a nation's treasury. It's a paper trail of chaos, a legacy written in ink and blood. The Iraq Central Bank heist proves that the greatest thief is always a masked man with a gun, but sometimes a system that gives one person a pen and absolute power. It remains the undisputed world record for the largest bank robbery in history, a title it holds not because of brilliant planning or daring execution, but because of the terrifying simplicity of tyranny. And somewhere out there, a vast portion of that money is still roaming the world, a phantom fortune from a forgotten war. This is Roam Relique. So, I have to ask you, if you were a soldier who stumbled upon a hidden crate with $100 million in a desert palace, would you turn it in, or would you keep it? Tell me your honest answer in the comments below. And if you enjoy true crime history like this, make sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.